Hey YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Hello my fellow flames. And today we are reacting to essentially let me quickly pause that, get that off the screen. We're reacting to Tectone's reaction of quitting Wuthering Waves for Zenless Zone Zero. Is this going to be the case? I don't think so. However, I do want to at least give it a go and see what everyone's talking about and see what's going on and see what everyone's viewpoints are, or at least what this guy's points are, as he is a very influential part of the gacha space. I mean, he's got so much. Tectone has so much behind him that's going to give so much influence to Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero. You know, he's one of the biggest gacha streamers in the space. He's bold, he's a dickhead, he's charismatic, he speaks absolute shit some of the time, but he's a nice guy, I've heard. I'm joking. So I've been a fan of Tectone for a while, but a lot of what he says, I like to listen to and then give my sort of take on what he's saying. Sometimes I'll agree with what he's saying, sometimes I won't agree with what he's saying, and sometimes I'll sort of be in the middle, on the fence. But, yeah, quitting Wuthering Waves for Zenless Zone Zero. Let us see what they have to say.
It appears that we're beginning the great gacha wars once again. Now it's not Genshin Impact getting killed by Wuthering Waves killing Genshin Impact. We're now talking about Zenless Zone Zero.
Can you guys hear it okay as well? Let me know if you can hear the video okay as well.
First it was Genshin, then it was Honkai, now it's Zenless Zone Zero. I, for one, believe this. I believe that Zenless Zone Zero will be a good game. However, I think it's going to be
I don't know if it will or won't be. Again, because I haven't seen too much of the game. It's only little bits. So I don't know. It might be, it might not be. I might enjoy it. I might not enjoy it. My opinion might be in the minority. I might think it's a really shit game. Or I might think it's a good game. I don't know. We'll see upon release.
Very small game. I think the game will probably have less than 2 days of content upon release for the way that I play it. And
oh, really? I mean, he's played it. 2 days of content? Really? If Zenless Zone Zero literally has like 2 days of content for the first 6 weeks until 1.1, that's gonna be that's gonna be carnage. Carnage.
I personally, I'm okay with that. I will beat all the content in Zenless Zone Zero. I will give it a fair chance, as I always do on my Twitch. I will grind the living out of it. I will be free to play until I beat all the content. And that's just pretty much how it goes. I know a lot of people think that this game is going to fail. I don't believe that at all. I think HoYoverse is set up to have an objective, to have just a game that has combat that they can recommend other people go and play in order to combat other games that have higher intricate combat like Wuthering Waves, and maybe even
I was going to say, it probably, get off the screen, oh my god, get off the screen every time I'm doing a video, get off. Get him out. But yeah, I don't know if the game's going to do well or not. I think personally it is a problem that there's only 2 days of content. If you're playing a game and you complete the content in 2 to 3 days, that means for 6 weeks potentially they might add events mid 1.0. That's most likely what they'll do. For the next 6 weeks it might be a drag of, I really wanted to play Zenless Zone Zero. I've had fun in those 2 to 3 days. Now I have nothing. Now I'm either going to have to wail to do more content, or I'm going to have to do the same old shit over and over again. Now, I don't know if it's multiplayer. I don't know if it's multiplayer. It could be multiplayer and it could be fun with friends. In which case, you could get an additional, 2 to 3, maybe 4 days of content with your friends. I don't know. But I personally think that 2 days of content... Now, I don't know if he's talking about hardcore... I think he's talking about hardcore grinding. So if you're playing the game religiously for 2 days and burn yourself out of the content and just go for it, then 2 days, fair enough. Like, if you're just playing it religiously for, like, 12 to 13 hours a day for those 2 days, that's 26, 27 hours of content you've burned through. So fair enough. But if you're a casual player, then that will obviously last you longer, 2 to 3 hours a day. Who knows? Who knows? I might be just absolutely chatting out my ass, but I know what I'm talking about. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying.
Down the line. But yeah, am I buying into the whole Zenless Zone Zero hate train? No, absolutely not. I think the game is going to do quite well. And to be honest, I'm very excited for it. Because at the end of the day...
Any new game that releases, I want to do well. Especially if it's an anime gacha game. I wanted Genshin Impact to do well when it came out. I was addicted to that game. And then look what's happened to that game now. I wanted HSR to do really well. It is doing really well. And it's going to continue to do well. Wuthering Waves, I wanted to do exceptionally well, and it is, and 1.1's tomorrow, so I have no doubt that that this game will do well. I want it to do well, because then it gives as a gacha creator like myself, as a gacha gamer, to have another one of a different style of genre. It's stage-based, right? Stage-based combat. You go into a stage, you complete the stage complete, congratulations, go back to the hub world. I want that, because I miss that. Remember back in the old platforming days, where you'd complete a level, like, oh, you remember old Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Ratchet and Clank, go to a stage, complete the stage, there's combat in the stage, there's collectibles to find, and at the end, you'd be like, you've collected 2 out of 4 collectibles, you defeated all the enemies, collected all the coins or whatever, well done. Like, if that's what this is going to be like, I don't know if it is, I don't know, then great, I'll be playing it, and I'll be enjoying playing it, because it'll give me a sense of nostalgia of that sort of genre, but with gacha on top. I want the game to do well. I don't know much about the game. I've seen minimal about the game. But I want it to do well. Of course I do. Of course I do.
Hey,
it'd be great if it did.
May not make good games, but they do make good character models for people to make porn of. And yeah, I'll be real. Grace is hot as fuck. Yeah,
that's
that ghost bitch.
That's what you guys are saying, that Grace is hot as fuck.
And I'm looking forward to that. Okay, I get excited for every HoYoverse release, because whenever they do, they fuel my horrible masturbation addiction.
Oh dear.
Yo, since ZZZ is coming out very soon,
I don't have that problem, but I feel for this man. I don't, because he probably loves it. He probably loves it.
Make a video about if ZZZ is a break from Wuthering.
Who's that? She's hot.
They need to stop doing this weird shit where they call everything a child, though. Okay? Because Grace calling everything a child is just weird as shit.
People quit Wuthering Waves for.
Is that Grace? Is this Grace? I've seen this character a lot. Is this Grace? Is this who you're talking about? Breaking all the boxes. It's Rena. Okay, I've seen this character a lot. But I play Zenless Zone Zero for the girls. Look at Genshin. Genshin is only top game because of COVID buff. Breaking all the boxes in Crash. Yeah, it's Rena. Okay, what? I've seen this character a lot. I've seen Rena a lot.
This video is purely my opinion, and there's a lot of misconceptions.
She's a mechanic with big
Zone Zero that is happening these days.
Okay.
Here's one misconception that nobody's having, and that's the fact that Zenless Zone Zero, I think right now.
Oh, get off the screen. I don't know. Stop neighing in my ear. Get out. Get off. Get him out. Get off. I don't care. Don't care. Get out. Get him out. Fuck off. There we go. No, I don't care about ITVX.
Now has the best music of any gacha game on launch. From what I've heard. The bangers that are already going to be released, I'm fucking stoked for, man. I'm actually
really
excited to steal the background music 100%.
That's cool.
Actually here to correct that. So first of all, so many people are saying that
launch music, guys. The songs in the game on launch. Not 4 years of songwriting, on launch. Do you understand the difference? The songs available on the launch of the game compared to songs of other games on launch of the game. Does that make sense?
I'm with
Thanks.
you.
Hopefully
I'm
that
with
makes
you.
sense, and y'all keep going.
I was about to say, I was like, oh.
But Blue Archive had a song that came out 3 years after. Yeah, I know, man. But I'm saying on launch. Anyways.
On launch. That's still good, though, because if he's got some of the best music upon launch of any gacha game or whatever he's saying, that's very good, because I'm a massive OST fan. If a game or anything has got cracking, smacking, absolute elite OST, original soundtracks, then I'm all for it.
On arrival, it won't be a good game, and this is because of the first CBT of the game. The way you have to approach the content in the game wasn't that good, and you know.
Oh no!
Let me correct that. The game was fucking terrible on CBT, and it was
really
shit.
I heard how bad it was. I heard people saying it was disappointing. I heard people saying it wasn't very good on CPT, and I heard people say there were problems. But absolute doggy doo doo? Like, really? That bad? That bad? That bad?
Arcade snake game, man, that shit farms.
Someone who criticizes Hoyo a lot,
I'm getting an advert every 30 seconds here, guys. Come on, get off the screen.
besides Genshin, but since
Jesus.
they got a lot of backlash because of the first CBT, they changed a lot of things, and I'm gonna tell you this, the game looks great. There's a lot of diversity in the gameplay, they fixed a lot of the content in the game, there's more things to do, and for the people who like story, the story looks very, very promising. So I don't like this hate coming towards ZZZ Zero.
Answer my question, is their story
unjustifiable because of clueless people who didn't see the other beta. Now let's talk about ZZZ Zero and Wuthering Waves. This is the main thing that I want to talk about.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So the launch of ZZZ Zero.
If anybody's denying the very, very real competition and battleground that's existing between HoYoverse and Kuro Games, you are just completely delusional. The amount of moves that HoYoverse has done in order to attempt to vulturize Wuthering Waves' audience and prevent its success versus how many moves Kuro Games has done to try to get the fuck away from them, running like a fucking girl on a playground. Be like, please, God, don't launch your game on our 1.1. Please, God, stop. Please don't release your
Please don't kill me. I'm too weak. I'm only a small developer. Please have mercy. We don't want to have a war with you.
One release, and Wuthering Waves is fucking sprinting, but HoYoverse is like, nah, get back here, you little bitch.
It's so true, though. It's so true. It's like, please don't hurt me. It's like, I'm gonna kill you. Get your ass back here, boy. Boy, your ass better get back here now. I just like, no, please.
Be huge.
It is
regardless of what people think.
It's
I'm pretty
funny.
Sure most of you want to try the game.
HoYoverse is a bully, guys. HoYoverse is a fucking bully.
Bully.
It's crazy how they blacklist me for being a bully, and yet they do it, man. Hypocritical.
They're bullying a smaller developer. Outrageous.
Getting the version 1.1 in 3 or 4 days on Wuthering Waves, because ZZZ coming in like 2 weeks is a very good timing, and it will definitely be a break from Wuthering Waves. Because at this time we will not even have content in Wuthering Waves, and that's something that we should understand. You can play both games. So will it be a break? Yes. But will people make ZZZ Zero their main game instead of
I don't know. I don't think so.
The answer is no. You want me to tell you why? Do you want me to tell you why?
Go on. Tell us.
Because ZZZ Zero can't be a main game. There's not going to be enough content. It is going to be casual as fuck.
Oh, that's what my chat. That's what you guys are saying in my chat. That's what you guys are saying.
Make it your main game because there's simply not enough content. The devs themselves.
Oh, that mechanic
even
one was her.
And finding ways to engage players who to choose.
That was her. Okay.
To take extended breaks from the game. When the players feel that they are not in this game anymore, they can let go of the product at any time. He explained. For me as a player, I prefer to step away for a little bit and then come back and find out, oh my gosh, I have so many more new content to explore. It's like following a TV series and leaving for a while, then coming back to find out they have several dozen new episodes. It's not entirely clear this approach will match with HoYoverse's usual business model, but Lee seems eager to ensure that as many different kinds of players are catered to them as possible, including those who choose to dip in and out of ZZZ as the mood strikes them. So what this article said and what other articles have said is that ZZZ isn't following the same business model, and they're going to be providing a lot less content from main games like Genshin and Honkai Star Rail, which means...
Oh, okay. So, it is a casual game. It's a game that you can come in, have fun for 1 or 2, a couple hours a day, then dip out, or play for a good day, stop, play something else for a couple days, come back and see what's good. Okay. I mean, then I probably will enjoy it then. I probably will enjoy it more than I thought. Because it means that I can enjoy the combat, I can enjoy the content, I can enjoy the game as a whole. I could leave and play Wuthering Waves, I could play Honkai Star Rail, I could play Elden Ring or whatever, and I could come back and be like, oh, okay, let's jump back on ZZZ. Or I could, if it's multiplayer, I hope it's multiplayer. I do hope that there's multiplayer. That means I can then come back and play with my friends. I can play the stages with my friends, and it'll be a game that I play casually with friends. I hope that could be the path I choose to go down. I can just jump in with my friends. We can all choose our characters. We can go in, have fun, just do crazy combos with lights, electric, fire, whatever. And then after a couple hours, we can play something else. If that's the case, then I'm all for it. I hope that's the case.
Means the current amount of content that Genshin and
I'll at least enjoy the honeymoon.
They think is enough to sustain players. I don't know about you guys, but I beat almost all of 2.3 in less than 12 hours. Genshin Impact, I got everything I wanted out of it in about 3 hours. barring story content, of course. Outside of story, what the fuck are you going to do? Which means Zenless Zone Zero is going to have less content than both Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact, according to their own devs.
Okay.
Now, if they're wrong, that is not on me. That is simply not on me.
That's fact.
But that is what they are alluding to.
You've received factual information, because if the devs have told you, or told people, that, hey, look, Zenless Zone Zero is going to have less content than Wuthering Waves and, Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact, then in your mind it's okay, so it's definitely a casual game. It's a game I'll play a couple hours a day, maybe just even an hour, or I'll play for a couple hours for the day, come out for a couple days and come back to it. If the game launches the complete opposite of what they said, that there is a lot of content, that's not on Tectone, that's not on HexJuice, that's not on whoever is telling us this information, because it's what the devs have said. So if there is more content and it is more of a grindy game, don't fucking blame these guys, because they've just told us what they've been told or they've seen from legit sources, their own devs.
Which I think could be fucking ridiculous.
The amount of content in Zenless currently will not be enough for it to be a main game. But the main thing is, I look at Zenless like the HoYo game that will be full of endgame content in the future. So for people who want to know life Zenless Zone Zero, I probably think that this will happen like in 1 year from now. Zenless will have so much content.
Oh, she looks cool. That blue Oni girl, who's that? She looks cool.
Wrong. That's just fucking wrong. 100% that's wrong.
From HoYoverse, they're trying to, you know, make
that's cool. That's cool animation.
Different. So when I look at it from this perspective, yes, I think that Zenless.
Well, how can you go from like a game that looks like this?
This is like an approach from.
Wrong. That's just fucking wrong.
You go from a game that looks like this, like look at the animation, the cutscenes.
To, you know, make every game that they make a little different. So
and then they show this cinematic masterpiece of Wuthering Waves. Genshin after 3 hours, you just mint picked jokes, Lamar.
This perspective, yes, I think that Zenless.
PD Fellerman, I've got news for you. I don't care.
No HoYoverse game has ever really given players what they wanted for endgame mode. None of them are providing like a skill check type of thing or like a grind set type of mode. Wuthering Waves has gotten closest to that with holograms, but the majority of Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail's content can be boiled down to: did you build your units properly? Did you invest your resources properly? Did you get the new banner unit? If you did,
that's another video I do want to I'm going to make in the future, is the fact that Honkai Star Rail is going down the route of, if you don't have a certain character, you can't play the content, or if you don't have the newer characters, you can't play the content, because the content is built for the new characters. And that's a video I'll make in the future. But everything he's saying is correct. I do want to believe that Zenless Zone Zero, based on what I'm seeing and based on the game that it is, could be have the most potential to give the best endgame content out of the big three HoYoverse games. Wuthering Waves by far is doing the best at it, with Towers of Adversity, with the holograms especially, and the Elusive Realm, the roguelike mode.
Then you will probably beat the game mode very easily.
This in the future will be...
Not even HSR. I think HSR got very close to it with Swarm Disaster and Golden Gears. Right, however, those were finite.
Swarm Disaster and Golden Gears were like good endgame content. I do like Swarm Disaster. It's very long, but very good. I think the whole Simulated Universe area of the game, Simulated Universe, Simu Disaster, and Simu Golden Gears are three very good endgame modes, and I think that is where all of the endgame is in Wuthering Waves. I don't think Pure Fiction and I don't think Memory of Chaos counts as endgame, because Pure Fiction caters to the new characters, in my opinion, and Memory of Chaos, I don't give a shit.
Right, those were finite. Those weren't infinite. And I think people want a endgame mode that they can play repeatedly.
Its resource is finite.
Right, but you're not particularly going to farm Swarm Disaster. You're not particularly going to farm Golden Gears. But yeah, Honkai Star Rail's definitely gotten the closest from any HoYoverse title.
Even better. But even with saying that, the game isn't difficult.
Hey, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. Hello. Talking about Zenless Zone Zero versus Wuthering Waves. Hope you're doing well. HSR getting paid to win Amethyst. Oh god. Yeah.
we will not
It's not pay to win. They're doing it without doing it. They're doing it without doing it. So, for instance, if you look at Pure Fiction is a game mode where it caters around the new characters. Pure Fiction releases every 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, and the theme, because each Pure Fiction has a theme where you have to break effect. Like, you know, break their stamina bar a certain amount of times to get the present, or you've got to activate 3 ultimates to get the present, or something like that. But based on the theme or the gimmick of that stage is catered around most likely one of the 2 new characters of the patch. So that means things like Pure Fiction, you need to kind of have, or at least you'll be in a better position if you have the new characters. That's what I mean. That's why it's slowly becoming the pay to win aspect. Not 100%, because like I said, Simulated Universe, quality. But Pure Fiction, I don't play Pure Fiction because I feel like it's catered to new characters. Personally, in my opinion. Like Boot Hill and Firefly, yes.
find something as exciting as the hologram bosses in Wuthering Waves, and I'm not seeing myself quitting Wuthering Waves for Zenless Zone Zero.
Absolutely not. I'm staying on Wuthering Waves. There is no chance, no shot am I leaving Wuthering Waves for Zenless Zone Zero. I will have a bust up with anyone that tries to tell me quit Wuthering Waves for Zenless Zone Zero. Get fucked.
Though
Get
the gameplay
bollocksed.
is very similar, Wuthering Waves is better in some things and even Zenless is better in some other things. So for this question, I think that most people are not gonna quit Wuthering Waves for Zenless Zone Zero. But what I know for sure is that Zenless Zone Zero is going to be optimized at least better than Wuthering Waves. HoYoverse has more experience and they've
got more resources and more
I think
experience.
that a lot of
The optimization issues that Wuthering Waves got, of course, Zenless Zone Zero won't get. And it's a smaller game. It's a smaller game, and HoYoverse has more experience with these kind of things. They have a higher budget with this kind of thing. They just have more resources for this kind of thing. So maybe there'll be a few glitches and problems within the game. It's a live service game. It's a live server, server game. So I'm sure there'll be bugs and issues. Will it be to the extent of what Wuthering Waves had upon launch? No. But that shouldn't, I swear to God, if people go, but Zenless Zone Zero had a much better launch because of optimization issues. Shut up. Shut up. Kuro Games, honestly, Kuro Games is a much smaller developer than HoYoverse. What they've done with Wuthering Waves was ambitious as fuck, and the execution of it was near enough perfect. On a scale of 1 to 10 of how good Wuthering Waves is and how good of a game it is and the position it is, I'll give it a solid 8.5 to 9 out of 10. Okay? It's not perfect, but it's definitely on the way to being perfect. You know?
people who still cannot play.
And I'm one of the people that suffered heavily with the optimization issues. I had lag almost every single time. I had frame rate drops almost every 30 seconds. I had freezes. I had 2 game crashes within like the first week of the game. But then look how many hotfixes and patches they put into the first 2 weeks of the game. You know?
Wuthering Waves are gonna be able to play Zenless Zone Zero, and this is actually a good thing for the game, especially for those people. But I'm expecting these people to be free to play, because if you don't have a good phone or a good PC, you don't have that much money to spend on a gacha game, unless you wanna be a loser and waste your life. But these are gonna be free to play people, but they will give viewership to the game. They will contribute to making the game even more successful.
Of course.
So I wanted to make this video to assure people that Zenless Zone Zero is going to be a very good game. We will have so much fun in the game.
I think the game will be good. I think the game. I hope the game is good. And based on what these guys are saying, and they've played the CBT and they've played the game and they've seen the changes, they've kept up to date with it. I trust them. I don't think it won't be. I think it will be a good game. And I'm intrigued.
Gacha game.
Oh, get off the screen. Get off the screen. Get off the screen.
And then the cycle will begin again, and we will even have more fun in future updates. But will Zenless be better than Wuthering Waves? I think that Zenless Zone Zero will give us some other content that we don't have.
It's a different genre of game. Different style. It's not open world. It's like stage-based, right? It is stage-based. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. It is stage-based. You're in the hub world. You pick a stage. You pick a level. You go into the stage. You complete the stage. You know?
Waves, that is
Snake
I think
game.
Zero will be the most casual gacha that's been released. And I'm, you know, this is gonna sound really dumb. I'm actually kind of looking forward to the little arcade zone. I think it'll be cute.
There's honestly nothing wrong with having an arcade casual gacha RPG.
I actually think it'll be cute. Zelda Zone Zero seems like a very casual fuck around game, and might be the only game I'll actually consider playing on mobile, because at least I'm able to play Snake on mobile. But I'm just not gonna play Wuthering Waves on my phone. I'm just simply not.
Yeah,
gonna do that.
that's just not the
I'm
case.
not gonna play Genshin on my fucking phone. Maybe
No.
I'll play HSR.
I
But,
play
like,
HSR on
I'm
my
just-
phone.
The games are too. There's too many fucking buttons for mobile. My 30-year-old brain doesn't fucking get it. But I can play Snake. I can play fucking Frogger. I can do that shit.
Hell
more
yeah.
casual that we might play it for some time and enjoy both. Because let me call Kuro stands a little here. You know that I make a lot of Wuthering Waves content. You know that it's my favorite game in the last month. But you
course.
stands need to stop hating on Zelda Zone Zero just because it's a contestant or contestant.
That's a fair point. I think that's a fair point. People, I'm not hating on Zenless Zone Zero. I'm not hating on that game at all. I'm gonna give it a good effort when the game releases. However, it's vice versa. People that shit on Wuthering Waves and are excited for Zenless Zone Zero, you shouldn't. But people that are enjoying Wuthering Waves that are shitting on Zenless Zone Zero, you shouldn't. The game isn't even out yet. You know?
Tender with it.
I think this is cap. I don't think it's just Wuthering Waves players that are hating on Zenless Zone Zero.
No.
I think this narrative needs to be shut the fuck down. I believe even HoYoverse players are shitting on Zenless Zone Zero because they were shitting on Zenless Zone Zero before Wuthering
Oh, really? Oh, wow. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. Okay. I didn't know that. I stand corrected.
Waves was even out. People have been going ZZZ badge for forever.
That is similar to what I just said. Like, what he's saying, Wuthering Waves wasn't even out when it was getting shit on. Zenless Zone Zero isn't even out, and they're shitting on the game. You cannot shit on Zenless Zone Zero. The game isn't out yet, you know, and vice versa. You know, Zenless Zone Zero players and HoYoverse players can't shit on Wuthering Waves, especially before the game released. Then there was a lot of hate towards Wuthering Waves before the release, and it's because I guarantee they felt threatened that it would tarnish their game. Like Genshin Impact.
I do think that the HoYoverse
Not all fans of the people misconception. There's fans and there's toxic stands. I'm talking about the toxic stand base of the HoYoverse games, not the actual legit fans that just enjoy the game. You know.
players who have transitioned into becoming Kuro Games players will continue to shit on Zenless Zone Zero. However, these players pre-existed Wuthering Waves release date. So let's not make this narrative that it's just Wuthering Waves players. I think it's Gacha gamers in general.
Wuthering
That's
Waves.
fair
This
point.
is very good, actually. We need Zenless Zone Zero to succeed
I
to
agree.
make Wuthering Waves even better, and we
I agree.
need Wuthering Waves to succeed to make Zenless even better. Like, these people are just so.
They need to be treated as competitors, not. They need to compete. You need games to compete with each other. It was every big title has always had, or most of the time they've had, a competitor to make their game better. You need a competitor to make your game better. It entices you to want your game to be the best on the platform. That's why Genshin needs to improve, because otherwise, if they don't, look what's going to happen to Wuthering Waves. It's going to just go, and Genshin is going to go, you know. You have to have competitors. You have to.
afraid that their money will be lost. Like, you're spending money on gacha games from the start. And I hate when these people pretend that they know anything about developing a game or how a game depends only on them to be successful. No, these people do not have any idea of how the gaming industry works. They only play Genshin or Wuthering Waves. They only play like 2 games, which are gacha games to be.
They're a bunch of internet pretend smart guys. They want to pretend that they know anything of which they talk about. However, the credentials just don't fucking line up. They're not a member of a fucking video game publishing company. They don't run another fucking company. They don't help multiple different companies. They don't do behind the scenes fucking work.
They do nothing.
They don't talk logistics with fucking analysts. These motherfuckers have no credentials to talk on this bullshit they have no experience doing. But they really want to pretend that they do. It's cringe as fuck.
It is cringe. It's bullshit. It pisses me off.
Know what approach will they
Analysis is the word I was looking for.
go with. I really hope that Wuthering Waves adds more Endgame. A lot of people want that, and a lot of other people do not want it, and then they are afraid of it happening. But we
And all these other players who want to act like they're gacha players and the only thing they've ever played is fucking Genshin Impact. It's like, okay, bro. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're so good, man. You're so good. You know so much. Yes, tell us how to...
Tell us what to do, even though you don't know anything about the game. Please. No, you know what? Your opinion and what you're saying about the game, it isn't even an opinion, it's a fact, because You have no experience. You have no experience in any of this. But I believe you, and I think what you're saying is fact because it's because, you know, Wuthering Waves is trash. But yeah, but why? Well, because you see, if you look at Genshin Impact, if you see the endgame, if you see the characters, if you see the vibrant nature of what's going, oh, okay, yeah, cool. Wuthering Waves is shit now. Oh, I was wrong all along.
Run a gacha game when you've played, let me check my watch, you've played only fucking one.
We need that.
Yeah, like I've played loads of gacha games. I play obviously now Wuthering Waves. I played Genshin, HSR, Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle. I've played Dragon Ball Legends. I've played the Fate Go, which I'm not going to talk about Fate Go. I've played loads. I've played loads of gacha games.
That will try to do this, okay? And I hope that ZZZ or Wuthering Waves produce this and make this a new meta in the gacha sphere. Also, guys, I appreciate the support in the latest videos. That's it, I finished yapping. Also, how the hell do we have less subs than Hex Juice? Bye bye.
I actually fucking love Steorg's content.
Steorg is great.
Steorg is a fantastic content creator.
He's so good.
I vouch for this dude so fucking hard. I recommend all y'all give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Great fucking video. People are getting upset. Why are they getting upset?
Why?
I'm not even going to try ZZZ. No more HoYo Games for me. We killed ZZZ before it got released.
Oh my god.
Waves. Nah, bro, I'm not going about the HoYoverse games.
Oh my god, they really are. They're just out of it. That's funny.
Damn,
Jesus.
bro. Yeah, that's what they say until the game comes out. They'll try it. Everyone's going to try it.
I'm going to try it. Yeah. I don't really, you know, like I said, I'm intrigued. I'm not excited, but I'm intrigued. I'm going to play it. If I play it, I'm not going to play it for an hour and go, I don't like it. I'm going to play it for a good enough time for me to give a finalized opinion. That's funny. That's funny though.
They're going to be at least interested. They are. They can pretend that they're not, but just wait, because I bet you when they see Nicole.
Hey, Zodrak, welcome to the stream, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well.
Nicole's titties flopping around. They gonna cave like they always do.
Oh no.
They gonna cave like they always do. When they see Nicole's animations, bro.
Jesus Christ. What?
Oh.
What?
My God.
Huh? Jesus.
Bro. She's so fucking fine. Is she still nerfed? Yeah, unfortunately.
Jesus
Dude, pre-nerf Nicole was fucking crazy. What?
Jesus Christ. What? What was that? What? Her name Nicole. Yo, everyone. How's it going? But yeah. That's I guess that's my input on the Xenozone Zero versus Wuthering Waves video from Steorg. That's me and Tectone reacting together on the Wuthering Waves versus Xenozone Zero beef and what's going on. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take it easy. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy, everyone.